Gossip Girl, Secrets in the Spotlight. Spotted, S. Van der Woodsen with a new companion. But this time, she's not just arm candy. What happens when the Upper East Side's golden girl meets a power player from the West Coast? It was an unseasonably warm spring day in New York City when Serena Van der Woodsen first met Helena Peabody. Serena had been in Los Angeles for a week, networking for a new fashion project, when she was invited to a high society charity gala. There, she crossed paths with Helena, the enigmatic heiress from one of the wealthiest families on the West Coast, and an art collector with a reputation as sharp as her suits. Helena was used to getting what she wanted, and what she wanted right then was Serena. The chemistry was instant and undeniable. Helena's charm was intoxicating, her confidence something Serena hadn't encountered before. It was subtle at first, an intense gaze across the room, a slow dance at the gala that left Serena breathless, and later, long conversations about art, life, and everything in between. By the time Serena flew back to New York, Helena wasn't just on her mind. She had changed the way Serena saw herself. There had been other men in Serena's life, of course. But this was different. Helena was different. She was bold, intelligent, and magnetic in a way that pulled Serena in deeper than she'd expected. As soon as Serena returned to the Upper East Side, the whispers began. Spotted, Serena Van der Woodsen looking radiant after her trip to LA. But who was that mystery woman on her arm? And why is S. keeping this one so hush-hush? Back in the city, Serena couldn't stop thinking about Helena, and it wasn't long before Helena made a trip to New York herself. The first time they met up again, it was at the Whitney Museum, surrounded by art. Helena spoke softly but directly, her words laced with admiration. "You're not like anyone I've ever met before, Serena." Serena smiled, her usual confidence faltering just slightly. "I don't think I've ever met anyone like you either." There, in the quiet of the museum, Helena leaned in and kissed her, a kiss that was soft, tentative, and filled with 1,000 unspoken questions. For Serena, it was a moment of revelation. Everything about it felt right, but with it came the heavy weight of what the world, her world, would think. Coming out wasn't something Serena had ever considered before. Not because she was afraid, but because she had never felt this way about a woman. The Upper East Side was a place built on image, expectations, and tradition. She had grown up under the microscope, where every move she made was scrutinized, every relationship dissected by gossip girls' prying eyes. And now, she was falling for Helena, and it felt like the most real thing in her life. For weeks, Serena kept it quiet. Blair, of course, sensed something was off. "You've been distracted lately," Blair said over brunch at the Palace Hotel, her eyes narrowing as Serena checked her phone for the 5th time. "Is it a guy? Or a girl?" Serena hesitated, but there was no point in lying to Blair. "It's Helena." Blair raised an eyebrow. "Helena? As in Helena Peabody? The West Coast power player? Didn't see that coming." Serena smiled nervously. "I didn't either." Blair leaned back, crossing her arms. "Are you going to tell people? Or are you keeping this one a secret?" Serena sighed, the weight of the world settling back on her shoulders. "I don't know, B. I've never done this before." Blair softened, her usual judgment replaced by genuine concern. "You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. But you shouldn't hide it either. If this is real, don't let anyone, not even the Upper East Side, scare you from being happy." That night, Helena and Serena met for dinner at a quiet restaurant, away from the prying eyes of Manhattan's elite. They sat across from each other, the air between them charged with unspoken tension. Finally, Helena broke the silence. "You don't have to say anything, but I need to know, are you ready for this?" Serena looked at her, her heart pounding in her chest. She had spent so long living for everyone else, worrying about what the world would think. But with Helena, things were different. For the first time in her life, she wanted to live for herself. Serena said quietly. I'm ready. The next morning, Gossip Girl broke the news. Spotted, Serena van der Woodsen and Helena Peabody, more than just friends. Looks like New York's golden girl has found love with LA's most powerful heiress. Some secrets can't stay hidden forever, especially when it's real. Serena and Helena didn't look back. Together, they faced the Upper East Side with a love that was stronger than the gossip, stronger than the expectations, and stronger than any judgment the world could throw their way. You know you love me. XO, Gossip Girl.